Record. All right, welcome everyone to our Wednesday evening masterclass. I'm Natalie, as you all know, and I am here to welcome the amazing Muneera. Muneera, I don't want to totally butcher your last name, but is it Qureshi?
Yes, perfect.
You said
Wow,
it.
you're learning.
I am. Uh, so, so we have Muneera talking tonight about. So Muneera is one of our incredible branch directors. She is just like the community that she's building in Markham, Ontario is so beautiful. And she is literally like leading with her whole heart, front and center, wanting to empower women. And it's just so beautiful to see. So I'm so grateful for this woman. Also, she has a wealth of knowledge behind her in terms of building out strategy, especially when it comes to the digital world and helping business owners move from where they are to the next level, making use of all the digital strategy and everything that comes along with that. So I'm so happy you're here, and I'm so excited for you to do your first masterclass with us. Welcome. And I'm going to let you
Okay.
take it away.
So you guys know that you are my trial, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I just have one request. I know that we are recording. The last digital, last section of the whole class, I'm actually sharing an example of a brand. I would not want that to be recorded. It is just to teach people. So I'll let you know. You'll be here, Natalie, the whole time. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Just saying it out and clear, because it's very hard to build a digital growth strategy in a master class. So it's just a glimpse that they're going to see, and it's not visually really lot of colors. It's just really a strategy that helps the business. So hi everyone, I am Muneera. I have a slide actually about me as well, but today it's not about me, it's about you. So so I'm gonna share my slides, but I'm sorry that I am late. It was a Zoom issue, not mine. That's what helps me. I can blame anything to on technology or my kids. That's why I love being mom, and I love being technologist. Okay. Anyways, so if we can just a little bit of a round for just 2 seconds introducing ourselves, that will be great. Natalie, I don't think you need to.
No.
I can give you a pass. Yes. Aisha.
Yeah. Okay, I can start, Muneera. Yeah. So I am Aisha Aziz, and this is my very first time attending this master class. Muneera invited me to this class last week. We were just chit chatting before you joined, Muneera, and I was just telling other ladies that I'm new to Canada, and basically I have an IT background, and I'm originally from Pakistan, and I have lived in Sweden before moving to Canada for some 10 years, where I have studied and I have worked for some years. And I'm also a mom. I have two young children, two daughters, 5 and 2, and who are very, very high energy and wild. They are always keeping me on my toes. So yeah, and I am looking for, work opportunities in Canada. And also I would like to, gain some experience or learnings from you guys about entrepreneurship, how to create a vision mission. If someone like me or or anyone who would like to start a business or would like to be an entrepreneur. So yeah, I very much look forward to share my thoughts around it, and of course learn a lot from you guys.
Awesome. Thank you, Aisha. Welcome.
Thank you.
Okay. Gora.
Hi, I'm Cora Naylor. I am an emotion code and global energy method practitioner, which are energy release methods, helping women to release the emotional baggage that's holding them back from moving forward with whatever they want to do in life and business. And I also host manifestation circles. So using
Oh,
our
that's
energy to
amazing.
do group intention setting. Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, I love the manifestation session and also circles concept because I think
Mhm.
it just makes it easier for everyone to share themselves when in a group in the right
Yeah.
place.
And they're
Oh,
just small
that
groups, and they really get a good community going very quickly. They bond really quickly. It's really fun.
oh, that's amazing. Okay, Rusty.
Hi, I am Rusty Lehey from central Alberta, Canada, and I love words. I especially love seeing people who want to get a book out in the world and don't have a clue where to start from that first
That's
draft to the
me.
finish line. Yeah. Yes, and I have so many tools and resources for people about writing books, wanting to write the book from start to finish, how to get it going, the marketing, and it's just a joy to do that and to share that journey and to share resources with people to see them finish their book and get it out there in the world. And then the marketing is fun too, to get their product out there and known. All the guerrilla marketing tips I like sharing make people go, I never thought of that. So that's
Mhm.
me.
That's amazing, Rusty. This is because I find so many, especially because my day and night is really spending with women entrepreneurs now. I'm really thinking about them all the time. I find women have really, really interesting stories. So when I do my workshop, the first thing I do is ask for their stories and they share. And everyone has such a beautiful journey. And I feel like that so many people should be just writing their book about their life and anything that inspires them, right?
Mm.
So it's really last week I think I was an event here in Arkham and I found three authors, actually all of them women, and they were actually working together writing their own books and building confidence in other people. It was really amazing. One was really really funny. She's an older lady and she has a comical side, so she's basically a comedian writer, and she kept asking for where is Johnny, and it felt like that she was an older lady. She had a walker. She called him Johnny Walker. I actually thought that she's talking about her husband or a partner, but it was
Or
not. It is
Scotch, or
actually
Scotch, Johnny Walker Scotch.
yes. So I know it was so funny. It was so funny. And then she started talking to me about her story, and she has also two boys, and I have two teenage boys, so we resonated very well.
Yeah.
um Anyways, okay, a little about me. I'm a branch director for Happy Healthy Woman. First of all, that's my thing. I'm working with Natalie very closely and love being here, love the community. I think I felt really home when it was just a coincidence of on a meetup.com. I was just looking and I just hopped and I went, and then after that I just made the decision and joined these folks, and I'm running the local Markham area. I have over 20 years of experience in building the digital technology and the products that resonated with consumers. I've worked with few different brands. So around now, actually, I help develop and grow businesses through digital strategies and digital landscape. I found a lot of gap in women in tech where women are really far in between, and I see this is the same gap carries on when they try to do their business and they go into the entrepreneurship, because the growth has a lot to do with digital space. So how to make them comfortable. So that's how my vision is actually to empower women, and women are not able to be empowered if they're not financially independent. This is just my way of giving back as well, and it will come up in some of the slides. Well, I used it as an example. So I'm a founder of a brand called Prodigy Growth. It is basically helping a woman, and I'm also co-founder of an AI tech startup. So let's get started.
Great to hear, Muneera.
Thank you. Can you guys see my screen?
Yep.
Okay, building strategy with. So this is some glimpse of Natalie. Are there any rules for masterclass? That this is my first one.
No, just teach us, and we are here, and we'll shut the recording off when you're ready. That's all.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Um, so today's agenda is business vision creation, consumer analysis, and target market and digital growth strategies. We're going to focus a lot on the first 2 or 3 parts, and I want you to be a little bit interactive. I hope that you have, because we are a small group, it's not a large group. We could actually also do a collaborative exercise. But if you have any sticky notes, any notebook, that will be actually great. I would love for you guys to actually work on few things, especially on the vision side. Yeah. So this is just about me. This is a few of the brands that I work with. I'm a founder of Project Growth and co-founder of AI Linear. It's an AI assessment technology. It's a like AI quiz generator. And I've been building digital product from the time I remember, went into my professional life. So these are the just few, that is the space I had. I'm not sure if you are familiar with TVO. Yeah. Yeah. So TVO is a big media company over here in Ontario. I was a director of product over there, and these are the few brands that I'm actually helping and help along the way, along with many others. I thought that it will just make it more sense to talk about some of those pieces. Okay, so let's talk about business vision. Every entrepreneur has a good vision in their head. But most of the time, what happens is, have you heard about when you say it loud, it actually becomes a reality? So all of us actually have a vision that's in our head, but it actually doesn't come on the paper. So a vision is a very clear and inspiration declaration of your long-term goals, and also aspiration for your own company or business or any practice that you're trying to do. I've actually done this exercise even when I didn't have the company because everyone has that vision. And when I was doing it, it felt like that I have been actually this vision is not only when last year I started my own company, it actually started many years ago. I have been mentoring and coaching women in that space. So I had that vision. It's just becoming more reality. It should have aspiration of your company, and it should guide a strategic planning and a decision making. So the way you do is there are a few purposes that a business vision does. It actually provides the company's future growth. It provides a direction. As a person who owns the business, actually defines sometimes a future, and it starts with the future direction. Motivate and inspire employees, stakeholders, and customer. It has to be very motivational. It has to be very inspirational. There should be some words that are very inspiring in that vision. And then foster a sense of unity and shared purpose. See, so for example, when I'm going and hiring my employees, I'm always looking for believers. And I actually, when I kickstarted my business, I actually saw that how I got first a few of my clients are actually from the people who actually really believed in me, right? So you have to find the believers who have either they believe in your mission, the vision that and so that is actually really, really key, that it actually provides, that vision actually provides that. And it also acts as a foundation so that you can measure your objective and strategies down the road. So because I always say, be stubborn on your vision, be flexible on strategies. We talked about it last time. We had a session with Natalie. This vision is something that is actually inspires you for long term, like 5 to 7 years as well. So your mission is basically more like goals, how to implement. But any strategies you build long term has to resonate with this vision. Any questions so far? Okay, now we are going to do yeah, go ahead.
Are you talking to me? Oh, sorry.
Can I go? Yeah. Yes, Muneera, I had one question. I mean, is mission and vision the same thing?
No.
Or it's...
They coincide. Your mission is more how you're gonna get to the vision. Like what either processes, or they're not exactly, mission is not. I have an example in the next slide I can show you. But mission is more how you're gonna achieve it. And vision can be very inspiring and aspirational. So for example, for me, women empowerment is actually aspiration, but how I get to actually get to that vision, that is what actually mission is. So yeah. So we're gonna, Natalie, you had question?
Yeah, and this is, I mean, maybe just something more to ponder, but so as everyone in this call knows, or maybe Aisha doesn't, I'm a business coach in terms of like building the, so in a different way than Muneera. And sometimes what I find is that this piece can be a little bit, how do I say this? Women who are starting up are not necessarily thinking in this way just yet. And I always like, I encourage women to think about growing businesses in this way, right? About putting that vision in place and thinking about the team and thinking about like the long-term growth of a company. And so, yeah, if you have any sort of ideas or input on how to help women see that they can do more with the hours that they have, in their workday, and they can actually start to create this, I'm all open for it. But just something that I want to throw out there.
Yeah, so I actually, the next slide is we are actually going to do it now.
Okay, great.
Yeah, and it was, and the first vision is always very, very, very raw.
Yeah.
Trust me, it takes sometimes months and years to actually land it. So I don't think that it has to be something that if I have decided this and this is it, because you're continuously and if you're a new entrepreneur, you're continuously actually iterating and experimenting on this. So always remember that once you have your vision if you're in a stage where you're really validating your idea, will it fly into the market? You might not have your vision clear. Your vision might changes. But once you have an idea and it's very clear, and you know that it actually provides a shared purpose as well, that's where your actually strategy starts coming in place. Yeah. So it is flexible until you have validated your business as well. Okay. So this is just an example, and I will just want you guys to actually write your vision. So for example, for me, Prodigy Growth envisions a world where women entrepreneurs thrive independently through digital innovation. We commit to empowering their success with cutting edge technology and supporting transforming their digital dreams into reality. It's very aspirational. It's very aspirational. And the goal is really women entrepreneurs to be successful, independent, but through digital technology. That is part of the vision. And the mission is to empower women entrepreneurs by democratizing access to digital technologies and support. That is basically how we strive to equip them with the necessary tools and knowledge for digital success, fostering growth and innovation in women-owned businesses. How I tend to do it, what my business model right now is, I actually do a lot of business strategy workshops and do a lot of consumer analysis before we go into and technology is a solution to a problem. Before we go into the technology phase, we have to go and deep down onto all those things. So that's how I actually tend to do it. I want to support women with technology. I want to make sure they feel that digital technology is accessible to them. That is that's why it's my mission, and it's not in my vision, because it has to be, that's how I have put for my business. Yeah. Can anyone share any thoughts come in their head?
Sure. In the class that I'm teaching right now, I am going to have them do a business plan for their book that they're writing. And I think, you know what? I think they need a vision and they need a mission. They need a mission for their book. They need a vision of what their book is going to offer and what their book is going to do out in the world. So I'm appreciating this right now, and it's got my brain thinking of how I can apply this to what I'm doing. And I love technology.
It's amazing. Okay. Anyone else? I would like us to do a little small exercise. I was going to do it in a collaborative way, but I think we are very few, so we can just write it down. Is there, so can you guys write it down, vision for your business which is, and I will take it back to the previous slide, which provides a direction of where your business is trying to go, which can inspire and motivate your partners, or your business partners, your stakeholders, your customers, and your employees. And it has a sense of a shared purpose. And also, it can be measurable down the road. You can actually build strategies and mission against it. Can you guys give it a try?
Can you go back to your example, Muneera? Because I found that so helpful.
Yep, that's why I did put the example. I've also put another example that is for Tesla. It's a big company, but just so. Okay, are we good or we're still creating it?
I think I'm good.
Awesome. Rusty, Cora, Aisha. Okay. Anyone would like to share?
Okay, I wrote a vision for my book.
Awesome.
Love Letters to Women Everywhere, 7 Cautionary Tales, arose out of my desire to be utterly vulnerable and authentic, so that my stories and experiences and growth can spare other women the despair I've fallen into after 7 attempts at serial monogamy.
Oh, that's great. So did you say 7 attempts?
Yes.
What does that mean?
7 relationships failed.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Amazing. Wow. Anyone else?
I can share mine.
Okay.
So
Go
I'm
ahead.
sharing just my vision, right?
Yes, yes, just vision. I was just giving an
Okay.
example of the mission so that people don't get confused between both. Yeah.
Okay, I did both. But anyway, yeah. Happy Healthy Women envisions a world where women entrepreneurs live with flourishing happiness, thriving health, and abundant success. We lock arms with female leaders around the world to teach, inspire, and empower women to make their dream life a reality.
Oh, that's amazing. It has also inspiration and long term. It is long term.
Mhm.
Yeah. If you have worked on a mission, do you want to share that too?
You want
So
to
that
hear? Okay,
people
so
can actually connect dots. Yeah.
sure. So our mission is to empower women entrepreneurs with accessible tools, programs, coaching, and events that inspire them to take action and create lasting change in their lives.
Oh, that's amazing. That's great. So because it has tactical stuff, right? How you tend to, and maybe after 2 years, you might change that mission and say, okay,
Mhm.
there are other tools, there are other things that we're okay. Anyone else who wants to share?
I can share. I know it's
Okay.
definitely need some more thought into this because I haven't really thought about it before, and I've recently sort of
Yeah.
gotten
It's
more clarity
also
around my
live
career.
class. It's also
So
live
yeah,
class. It's just I just
yeah.
wanted to just for
So,
you guys
but I
to
did do
practice a
both.
little bit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I did do both. So I said for my vision, and I don't have a company name, so I just said my company creates an environment for women entrepreneurs to grow and support each other for personal and business growth. And then for the mission, I said my company's mission is to empower women entrepreneurs to grow their confidence and inspire them to dream bigger by releasing undesired energies and creating a supportive and caring community.
Oh, this is amazing.
Mm.
Yeah, I love it. Okay. Um, Aisha, do you?
Yes.
Okay. Yes, go ahead.
So yeah, therefore for me, it's a brand new idea that just landed.
No, that's
So
okay. Yeah.
yeah. So it's about a business about like clothing for women.
Mm-hmm.
So um I came up with this one to leverage the best experience in clothing to the women from all walks of life and make them empowered by enhancing their overall personas.
Okay, that's amazing. That's great. Wow, for first try, this is great.
It
Okay.
can mean a lot of enhancing going further. Yeah, but this is just a basic idea or just a basic thing to to start with.
Yeah, this is amazing. Thank you everyone for sharing and thank you for doing the work. I know it's not easy to think live. Okay. So the next, oh my God. So we're going to talk about a little bit of about consumer analysis. So it is actually when I do a detailed workshops, actually I go and ask entrepreneur to write your ideal customer profile, and I ask them not only a customer profile, a persona, actually a persona that actually in so what their pain points are, what challenges they find in their life, what their desires are. It really depends on, and you can go a little bit more directional depending on the business as well. So what I do is I collect 4 or 5 personas, and then we actually create a customer profile. So the customer profile that I'm going to share is actually from the interior design house, and because I wanted that example to go along so that you guys can connect some dots. Um, have any one of you ever done a persona or customer profile yet? Oh, that's great. Okay. So this is how it's a interior house design, and usually the problem that interior house design is trying to solve, they're making it more accessible. They're making their interior house more accessible and affordable. So they had like almost 6 personas they had worked on, and we went into one sort of like a customer profile that we're going to target for their strategies and stuff like that, what they need to do. So it's mostly professional who are technology literate because the business is online, and that value work and their personal life. They are people who are their mindset is leadership and decision making, progressive mindset, because someone is not okay with the status quo of their design in the house. That is their actually a persona, and the age groups are very different. So we deleted the retirees because there were very few and far in between, so we didn't prioritize that, and their income level. And we when we looked at the 5 or 6 personas, and we actually came up with what is their income cycle look like. Majorly, it's not low or it's not very high. And then where they live, basically, it's more urban areas, more areas which are more technologically advanced. And then there was some descriptive attributes about why people were actually looking for interior house. Either sometimes sometimes life changes, like you have now kids, now you need space that is more spacious, or you have parents moving in, any incidents in life that happen, or you need a space to be more functional. So we did some descriptive attributes for each customer, sort of like a profile for these. Yeah. So anyone would like to share any of their customer profile?
Kind of tough because you know, I know we're not supposed to say everyone who wants to write a book, you know, but
That's a tricky one.
yeah. So Natalie helped me narrow that down with the beautiful business program too, and that it's the people that don't know they can write a book and don't know how to write a book, but they know, or they've been told that they need to write a book. Those are the people that I would really cry over if I lost them. And that comes from my own pain of not having people believe in me when I was young. And so we often, you know, it's so true to define our avatar, our ideal client, by who we were at a certain stage in our lives. So I've narrowed it down, but still, I like to say anyone who wants to write a book. I mean, I've got all these resources. I created them for you. But yeah, so
Ooh. Okay. Anyone else?
Yes,
Muneera, what I see on this screen, this slide you are sharing about this customer profile, I think as far as my idea goes, my customer profile or my customer persona could resemble to this profile. I think when it comes to clothing, for example, for my business idea, I think the occupation could be like, you know, it could be anyone, professionals, housewives, young ladies, middle-aged ladies, or, you know, elder citizens, all sort of women from all sort of from all walks of life could be, you know, could be my, you know, customers. And the income age bracket could also vary: someone who is not earning, someone who could be entrepreneur, someone who is a professional. So that could be something for the income group. And again, the location could be, you know, within the so to say, Toronto area or the GTA area for my business idea.
Okay.
And again, the attributes could be, you know, women, young women, teenage girls, housewives, new moms, middle-aged females, professionals working in any area. For example, it could be doctors, it could be, you know, IT professionals, it could be leaders, it could be someone in the sales and marketing area.
I would just say one thing on this one, we also do not want to make it too wide.
Mm-hmm.
If you make it too wide, how you market, what language do you use? For example, when you see these, we actually deprioritize the retirees, but top two personas or age group, the way you market and the platform you use to market the products varies. The income also varies, how you and what language you use, what they understand. So it's a young persona, you might want to use influencers or anyone who's like, it's a different what, because kids today, teenage, completely use completely different platforms, right? And also the language they use is completely different. Versus someone who is like 40 plus or 50 plus will be completely, might be looking for something different and resonated with different. They might not be, it really depends, might not be on a TikTok. They might
Yeah.
not be on a platform buying clothing.
Yeah.
So that is something that I would say, that's why these persona exercises are very, very important, because it actually gives the direction of content strategy and all of that.
And then how you would like to market and advertise your brand.
Market, website, anything, because you have to live in your customer's head when you are actually trying to sell something in a business. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, yeah.
That's good. Yeah.
Yes, thank you. Cora, do you have any?
Yeah, I would just say generally working with women entrepreneurs that are, 45 plus, that, kids are older or gone, that kind of thing. They can be, newer entrepreneurs or, just trying to find their way kind of still, and, have some emotional issues that are dragging them down. Yeah.
Yeah. So you feel that 40 plus is also a good age where people also have started to learn a lot about themselves, like where they're on their personal, like me 35 versus 44 is very different, two different people
Yeah.
versus 18. Well,
Yes. Oh, for sure. And
18
and a
was a
lot of
completely different ball game.
Yeah. And a lot of them are even a little bit older, and worked on their next career sort of thing after kids.
Yeah, nice, nice. Yeah, that, so that honed down, that specific is very different. Natalie, if you
Yeah.
want to share, up to you.
I mean, yeah, I think this is so important to narrow down as much as possible, to niche down as much as possible. And for us, it's women in business. And I like to say, like, I've even niched that down even more so lately with coaches, online business owners, and wellness practitioners. So any woman who falls in that space, and also wellness minded women. And it's women who are leading from the heart, women who really want connection, right? So there are lots of networking groups out there,
Yes.
but what are their focuses, what are their values? And our values are happiness, health, and success. So those values have to be really important to them. Age, I would say 35 to 65 is a majority. But of course, we have women who are, beyond retired and starting a new lease on life, which is amazing, and even younger than 35. But who we target is 35 to 65. And then, yeah, starting their businesses. So really in the first 4 to 5 years of their business.
Oh, that's
And
amazing. That's a very
yeah,
good use case, actually.
right. And then, yeah, I think I covered pretty much everything. Just
Yes.
looking at
Yeah.
your
No,
list.
no, it's specifically because you're not only just a regular networking group, you're also providing the toolkits for entrepreneurs to be successful, like beautiful program, learning opportunities, coaching
Yeah.
services, and all of that. The early years, early growth companies or person, it has to be just a solopreneur also. I think it's very important that that is what you're targeting as well, right? So
The solopreneur. Yeah.
yeah. So market segmentation, it is also actually really important when you are growing your business, like geographically where you want to actually target. For example, this brand had was until now they had only a GTA area, because they are growing. Their purpose was to grow online. They said, okay, where are those income brackets around the area? Was US and Canada. And I would say the type of the business this brand was is also like people who have some buying power, who actually are thinking about this. So what those are, and just demographically who there, or what is a psychographic. Psychographic is also really, really important to think about their feelings and what is like, for example, for them, it was people who are not okay with the status quo. They want an upgrade in the life. They are questioning that, no, I'm not okay. Where I am in the space I'm not happy about. So those are the few things, and they're opinionated. They have an opinion, right? Especially when it comes to design space, right? And for you, I would say, Rusty, it's a very good one. Women who are able to, or trying to tell story about their life and have different experiences, that makes them also eligible to write a book, because they have so much to offer to the world through their story, and they want other people to live their lives through their story as well, right? So it's so much over here. So I love the market segmentation. It goes into deep dive as well. Any questions? Okay. So I love this exercise. I'm not gonna go really deep on, because I know it's 7:47 already. So a buying process is actually something really, really important to work through in consumer analysis. Actually, buying process just on a high level, whenever either it is interior house design, it's authoring a book, women clothing, learning networking group and learning, or manifestation, I would say, uh, every consumer or any customer do think about as a problem. Okay, I need help. And first of all, is there a problem recognition that this problem, and then there is an information search. Now, where do I go and search for this? I don't know where to get help. Either did they do a Google search. So putting this, that when they recognize it, and what tool they actually use to actually look for the options, and then when they evaluate their alternatives. So when they are coming to you, what alternatives also they are looking at? What I mean, for example, interior house design, do it yourself, right? Go on Pinterest and do it yourself, right? Or for anything, it can be just an online program rather than reaching out to you, doing a course or something. And then when do they do a purchase decision? When they land to a purchase decision, what actually makes them that you are the right person, and where, so your customer, how did they land into a purchase decision? It is very important to do a customer journey to actually land why and how they made the decision. And then when, how they do, what are the resources you have available when they're actually buying the product or taking your service. And then post, I would say one of the most important pieces that I work with people is a post purchase. How did they find the program? How whatever you're doing, whatever your offering is, what are the things that worked well for them? What are the things didn't? It sort of like creates your NPS. Would you like to actually share this to family or a friend? So NPS is actually your net promoter score. That will would they actually recommend other people to your service? That is actually one of the really, it actually takes you to the journey of a person that you're trying to serve, going into more details. Okay, any questions around this?
Muneera, I had just one question. Should USP, the unique selling point, be part of buying process? Where you, like, for example,
No, that is not a buying process. This is actually, that is your business canvas. So one of the pieces that you can do is you can list down what are the resources you have, the skills you have, and the activities of the business, and what is the value proposition of your business. There is a whole detail, you can go in more detail after buying process. that what is the unique value, and even that can be actually part of your strategy by looking into what is the value, and when it is sort of saying it in alternatives, right? So in alternatives, what is your leverage? Why would people choose you over other people? That is your value prop in the buying process. But buying process is just a process, how the journey actually works of a customer when they make a decision for your product. But yes, it's a very good question also. Like unique value proposition, like what is your value against others? Yeah. Okay. So I'm just gonna actually show you an example. It's really a document, not more than that. It's just very difficult to put actually a roadmap in place in a very short amount of time, because class time is not, and hold on, I'm just trying to share my screen again.
Did I stop recording now, Muneera?
Yes, please, thank you.
Okay.
Thanks for reminding me.